Good evening, everybody. Martin Miller here. Hope you're going well. I'm in Warsaw, Poland, as you may not know. Yes. So anyway, I just came out of the concert after seeing Dream Theater for the 7th time, and I'm sad to say that I kind of think James LeBray's voice is just going quite downhill, and he's not putting much effort. Like, when he's singing Pull Me Under, it's like, every breath gives me closer to my last. Like, he's not putting much empathy or much power into it like he was doing, like, in the 90s and the noughties. And I do understand, like, yeah, he did have that thing that happened to his throat nearly 30 years ago in Cuba, which affected his, like, voice. But there's a video online which basically shows you what James LeBray used to sound like, and it's comparing it to current day. And so you do notice that it is becoming a bit piss poor, his voice. As for the set list, no offense to the band, I haven't bought the last 2 albums on the first day. Like, I know some of the songs, but they're not songs that, like, I listen to on repeat. The only song out of that set list that I would know so well would have to be, like, Pull Me Under, I guess. The sad thing is, this is my 7th time that I've seen Dream Theater, and they've never done any songs off the first album. Like, I know the first album is a gem, it's unique, it went nowhere, it had a different singer, but they have played a few songs off that album live. They played it It's Only a Matter of Time in the Budokan, and they played Afterlife on the 30th anniversary tour about 8 years ago. So it's no excuse not to leave songs off that album off the set list. This was the 2nd time I had heard The Count of Tuscany. This was also the 3rd time I'd heard Pull Me Under. And this is also the 2nd time I heard Solitary Shield, because I had also heard that song the 2nd time I saw Dream Theater. Now, this is the 7th time I've seen Dream Theater in my life. Like, tomorrow is 15 years since I first saw Dream Theater in Sydney. I saw them again in Sydney in 2009, 2014. Then I moved to Britain in 2015. And I saw Dream Theater 2017 in Birmingham when I got punched out. They made the press. I saw Dream Theater in Bratislava in 2019. And then I saw Dream Theater in Trondheim in 2020. Now, last year I didn't go to London to see Dream Theater because basically I was putting money aside for my travels. I couldn't travel outside the country because my passport was getting renewed, and I basically thought to myself, well, I'll give this one a miss. And I got a good mate of mine, Arthur, who we went to see Dream Theater in Birmingham. He would not pay to see Dream Theater again because it's all about James LeBray's voice. And so I don't think Dream Theater would be like, hey, James LeBray, it's time to move on. We need to hire somebody young, like what they did in Queensryche. Like that's not going to happen. I mean, James LeBray would never get fired at Dream Theater, but he almost did get fired in the noughties, where basically, you know, Mike Portnoy was like, oh, get your affairs in order. And then James was considering, like, quitting and all because his voice was still damaged from that incident, that food poisoning incident in the 90s. So, I mean, would I pay to see Dream Theater again? It's highly unlikely unless they're going to play songs off all their albums. Like, I expect for them to put a new album out in 2024, and when they tour again, they're going to play at least 3 songs off that album, and then a few rarities and all. So, anyway, that's my gig review done. I didn't film any of the footage because I didn't want to really make it a vlog, because I'd already vlogged a few Dream Theater concerts in the past, so there was like no point of doing it. And sometimes, you know, it's best just to go to a concert and keep your phone down. Anyway, Martin Millhead, over and out.